Sony has hundreds, if not thousands, of patents for new technology implementations that we've either seen and used in products like the PlayStation 5 or that Sony keeps the patent stored just in case it decides to return to it. The latest patent, which is recently made public after an application was sent in December 2022, looks very much like it could be the former and be extremely addictive or additive for the PlayStation VR2. The patent describes a new audio technology that would respond to players' movements while wearing a head-mounted display. The technology works by having audio emitted from one of the surrounding audio markers when predetermined conditions are met, including at least a proximity to the user. Having audio set off by how you move in space while playing VR without you needing to press anything on either sense controllers could definitely add another layer of immersion to VR games. Like all Sony patents, we'll have to wait and see if it actually ever sees the light of day. Now, this is good to hear. This is off the back of what was happening. Was it last week when Sony was saying that they spend so much money on R&D? This is, I guess,
dude. I swear to God, if someone was to go through Sony's patents, you could literally create the Matrix from them. They've probably got it in there. They've probably got Skynet patents in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Remember that other? They had that other patent as well, or patent about that sound force technology. Yeah, which would use airwaves to kind of stimulate some type of touch or some type of feedback. You know, I mean, they're really going to the nth degree with this stuff, man. I mean,
and it's cool because you play games in VR, you have to hit trigger points for audio to hit. That's how it works, right? It's how it's timing. So like you can walk and you don't hear a Thunderjaw until you're in till you hit like a threshold of where the Thunderjaw's audio can be heard from, or a Stormbird actually is better, right? You don't really hear it until you hit the area. And that's a sneaky thing that they do in Horizon. That's why the map shows certain areas for certain robots, certain machines, right? Because once you hit the threshold, it knows you're in that area, and now you're going to start seeing them. It's going to load them into that area. You're going to start hearing them. Same thing, like when you play Gran Turismo, you don't hear a car behind you until it hits a certain distance, right? Now, what this is saying is, if you're turning around, you can hear it on the other side of the track. You can hear it from anywhere. You do not have to hit thresholds to like start up a sound. You know what I mean? And a good example of that is Quantum Error. You know, when we had the developers on the show, which we will again in the future, when they were talking about like audio markers in the games and how they use the dual sense as well towards that. And you just think to yourself, well, holy shit, man. VR is just getting Sony, what are you trying to do to us?
Yeah, well, they know it. They're not going to stop until we've got like a massive plug socket in the back of our necks that we just jack into, and we just literally just relive a Sony
it's
spot.
Like, sorry, I think a really good example came in puzzling pictures in VR, right?
Yeah,
you have to bring it right close to you, and then you hear what you're listening to, right? So basically, you're creating a jigsaw. If you haven't played this game, if you grab the completing piece that you're putting together and you hold it to an ear, whatever you're looking at, you can hear the sounds that would be coming from that area. What this pattern is saying is you don't even need to pull it, you need to look at it.
Yeah.
So you can look at it on the wall of pieces, and as you look at it, the sound kicks in. It doesn't need the trigger of you pulling it towards your ear to hear it. You know what I mean? And it's all down to the hands of the creators, right? But you just think what people can do with audio design. They can make such a big difference. I mean, that's what made The Evil Inside somewhat playable for me. The audio was decent in the game, you know what I mean? Because it was ripped off from PT, literally. But
yeah,
I just love this pattern,
I mean,
man. And
it reminds me of whenever we see anything about audio, it just reminds me of, is it Hellblade? You know what I mean? Yeah, because obviously that took audio to another level. I mean, we're experiencing that for the first year with the headphones.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're an OG gamer, let's be totally honest. They ripped that off from a Rockstar game on PS2 called Manhunt. Now, if you remember Manhunt, it's basically you're in an area and you're just playing the game. But if you have a headset, he's talking to you the narrator of the game is talking to you, but he only talks to you in the headset. If you don't have a headset on, you will miss all that audio completely.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And that's what made it really cool. And Rockstar didn't tell anybody until somebody just put it on, and then it was obviously this was pre-internet, so you had to wait for magazines to tell you. You know what I mean? Put a headset in.
Yeah, but like you said, it's down to the developers, and I'm glad that Sony's at least advertising. You know what I mean? That they're actually going to be working with or implementing more audio technology into their games, and hopefully developers are going to hopefully do that as well, just to make these games more immersive.